Welcome to Only Good Heroes. My name's Lucia, and today we're taking time to honor an incredible nonprofit that is stepping in and stepping up to help those that are food insecure. I'm about to be joined by Carol Shattuck. She's the CEO of Food Rescue US. They're a Norwalk, Connecticut-based nonprofit, and they are helping get food into the hands of people that need it most. Carol, thanks so much for joining us today.
Thank you. Delighted to be here.
So Carol, we talked about food insecurity, or I mentioned people who are food insecure. That's a word we're hearing a lot lately. Can you talk to us about what food insecure is and what food waste is as well?
Of course. So food insecurity is when an individual or a family does not have reliable access to healthy food. So sometimes that means they just don't know where their next meal is going to come from. So Food Rescue US is involved in rescuing food that would otherwise be wasted. And we take that food that would otherwise be wasted and we deliver it to social service agencies that feed the food insecure.
Do you know how many people are food insecure in the US and how much that's increased since the start of the pandemic?
So pre-COVID, about 37 million people food insecure. And with now over 30 million people who are unemployed, and it's probably more than that, but that's the recorded number. There's so many people who've lost their jobs. And so the number of food insecure has risen by as much as 1 in 5 in America. So that could be over 60 million people who qualify under the definition of being food insecure. So it's a very serious problem and one that has to be addressed and is being addressed.
So how are you now getting food into the hands of people who are food insecure?
We sat back and we said, what can we do to add more food and more meals into the donation mix when so many people need these meals? And we started 2 different programs that have been going now for almost 6 weeks. We've launched community kitchens. It's a corporate kitchen that was otherwise going to be shuttered because the corporation, all their folks are working from home. And those kitchens have remained open to cook meals that we are then delivering to the food insecure. So we have a partnership in Connecticut with Boehringer Ingelheim, the pharmaceutical company, and their food service company is Sodexo. The CEO of Boehringer Ingelheim said, I want to keep these folks working. I want our kitchens to make meals for the community. So they've been doing that now for several weeks, and we rescue and donate all those meals and take them to social service agencies in their communities. So it's a really wonderful partnership. So the second program, aside from community kitchens that we've set up, is what we call a restaurant meal program. And we are working with restaurants that are open, at least doing takeout. And so we've raised funds to be able to purchase meals from these restaurants. They're making 2,000 meals a week for us that we're delivering. And this is going on in various locations around the country.
It's incredible how so many organizations have pivoted in such a quick amount of time. Carol, I know that there were a few milestones that you did with some celebrities, J-Lo, A-Rod. Can you speak to some of those milestone events and how celebrities have gotten involved in this?
So one of our locations is in Miami, and there's a relatively new company called Tiller and Hatch, and J-Lo and A-Rod are backers of that company. They reached out to our site director in Miami and said, we have 20,000 meals that we would like to donate.
Do you know how many people you have fed? And you may not know the statistic off the top of your head, but since the start of the pandemic.
So you think about 2,000 meals from just this one kitchen, and actually each of those meals serves 2 people. And we've been doing this now for 4 weeks. So it adds up. So it's very much in the thousands.
And every meal counts when we're talking about food insecurity, absolutely. I saw your Be the Rescue COVID-19 Response Fund. Can you tell us a little bit about that fund and what you've raised so far?
Very early on, when it became apparent that COVID-19 was going to be a significant crisis for our country, both a global health crisis and an economic crisis, we decided to set up a special fund and we're now at about $370,000. We don't know how long this is going to go on for. I mean, when you have over 30 million people unemployed, there's not a switch you just turn on and everybody goes back to what we knew as the old normal. There will be a new normal. And so we firmly believe and we understand that food insecurity, these increased numbers of food insecurity, recognize it was always a crisis before with, close to 40 million people food insecure, and now that number has climbed so significantly. So we're now planning out, certainly through the summer and maybe beyond, where we will have to meet increased needs.
It's incredible work, Carol. Thank you so much for doing it. And I know that the people that receive these meals must just be so grateful.
We have had hundreds of individuals step up to be rescuers all across the country. And I think the spirit of America to step up and help our neighbors is truly, truly inspiring. So if anybody would like to donate, they can go to our website, which is foodrescue.us, and go to our donate page. And that goes right to our COVID-19 fund. And then if anybody needs assistance, they can go to info.foodrescue.us and send us a message. And we will respond, obviously, as soon as possible.
From all of us here, we're so grateful for the work you're doing. And in honor of that and you being an OG hero, we'd like to make a $100 donation today to your organization, just to say thank you for the work you're doing and keep up the incredible work.
Well, thank you so much. And that will buy a lot of meals, I can assure you. So we really appreciate it.
I want to thank Carol again and everyone at Food Rescue US for the incredible work that they do. For more uplifting stories, make sure to visit us at OnlyGood.tv and follow us on Instagram at Instagram.com/OnlyGood.tv. Until next time, thanks so much, and we will be back real soon with more OG Heroes.